Anti-Afro Svengalis. Oh God, you will not believe the day that I had today. When I got up this morning, I had no clue that what I said yesterday was going to actually materialize within less than 24 hours. When I said stay tuned, I knew something was coming down the pike. I didn't know it was going to happen within 24 hours. So basically, there was a double whammy today. I'm not about to tell you about both in one video. I'm going to do two videos. Let me tell you what happened. But I got to get some of this apple cider. Hold on. Oh, people, I wasn't even expecting it. I got these phone calls when I was in the middle of something. And I noticed they weren't spoof phone calls. Because you get these spoof phone calls and you can tell spoof phone calls. So this phone call shows up. It's an out-of-state phone call. And it's what do I call it? It's a call from I'll say, legal enforcement agency. I could not answer it the first time. So, okay, I called back. Actually, I hit the callback button, but it doesn't route to a direct number. So I listened to the voicemail, and the person identified who they were, gave a phone number. I said, okay, so I'll call this person back when I get free from what I'm doing. Not good enough. This person called me back 2 more times. I was not able to pick up the phone when this person calls back. So I get this email, which knocked me off my feet. And this email is basically telling me we are aware of XYZ. By the way, this is not related to the federal lawsuit. This is another situation that's been going on. The situation was listed, or situations, and the person said, you need to call me. Finally got a hold of this person, and it was made very clear that this situation absolutely is going to be moved into the enforcement category. I have a scheduled interview, and I have been told what they're going to need from me. Also, they did request that I go to my computer and provide them with certain information. I gave them that information. They also asked me to send them to certain places on the web and social media. And let me tell you something, people. This is not like game. I'm not into these games that you see going on here. This for me has always been serious, and not just for me, for other people out there. Nothing matters to me about what somebody says and they think they can beat you and ha ha ha. That I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter what somebody wants to claim, if they want to call you a name. This is very serious business. And this situation actually was going on for quite some time today. And the person that I was talking to was telling me how there was some challenges locating some information, and was requesting some clarification on some things. And so I provided that clarification, and it wasn't, although I don't want to say I wish it was, the timing was awful. this person made it extremely clear to me that this is a very serious situation that is being taken very seriously. And again, I was completely blown away at the timing and the quickness, because we have heard about other situations that, oh my gosh, you can do this and you can do that, and look how long it's happened and nothing's being done. And I'm not going to tell you at this point the timeline of this situation that has been going on, but you would be surprised about how quickly action has been taken. And can I tell you my suspicion? I have said this before. You never know what else has been going on. Just because you may have recently encountered something, you don't know how long it has been going on before you became aware. You don't know that. For this reason, it is always better to go ahead and do something if you encounter a situation that needs to be addressed outside of your control. And I also want to make sure it's clear that this person was absolutely unequivocally clear that this had been passed up word. It had been here, it was here, and now I got it. Very authoritative, very serious, very determined, and was insistent. Once this person got me on the phone, it was like, no, now you're on the phone. My time was like, no, this needs to be done. Now that I have you on the phone, it wasn't like, oh yeah, I can just cut. No, the person was serious about getting the information. So this is a situation. I promise you, I'm going to give you the details. And I think I'm giving you a little bit more than I have before. And I'm going to give you what I can. But this is very, very important for you to know. This is not a game. This is serious. I know that we joke and we make fun about things, about other situations. But if anybody out there thinks it's a joke to play around with the law, you got another thing coming. And I found that out today. Although I do know that, and I would never do the things that have materialized with the situation, sometimes it comes to be that you have to face consequences. When I say you understood. I'm going to keep you posted. It was a situation that was completely out in left field in terms of how the situation came about. And people were asking me today, what's going on? What's going on? Is everything okay? I'm like, no, not really. Well, what happened? I'm like, a lot is going on, but it was just shocking how the direction the person was going in was very surprising to me. Very surprising. But I'm thankful that this situation is actually going where it needs to go, because these things should not be happening. Now, there are some of you out there that know what's happening, and I want to thank you, because what do I say, how many years it's been Anti-Fraud Warriors? We have been together for 7 years. And all the time we have been together, there has not been a single solitary situation. Even though we don't agree about everything, not a single one of you has ever released information that we have not asked you to release. And I do appreciate that, you being respectful of everybody's privacy. Because, when you're with people, and you all know this, all of you out there that have made friends with people, You've been able to trust people with your information. And if you know something has been given to you or asked of you, you have not taken it and run onto the internet. So I do appreciate you not coming out and disclosing information too soon and reminding people you have to be patient. But never should you ever think that it's okay to just sit and rest with being mistreated, abused, threatened, whatever it might be. Things that you know should not be happening, whatever it may be. And based on what I just described, try not to take from that is what occurred, because it could be any number of things. But make it very clear, I didn't specifically say what it was. It could be any number of things. It absolutely is a legal enforcement issue, and that could be a civil enforcement issue. It could be an administrative enforcement issue. It could be a criminal matter. It could be a combination. And when I say a combination, it could be more than one agency involved that could or could not have been communicated to me. So keep that in mind. It doesn't have to be one agency. So I'm going to be keeping you posted. And let me tell you this, there is another bombshell. I mean, let me tell you, I'm going to end up like Umar, contempt of court, because I have court reports that are due and I'm not done with them and the deadline is approaching. Trust me, people, I do not want to be slapped with the contempt of court by not having those done. There's no way I'm going to be able to work on those tonight because my mind is not in the right space. So I'm going to have to get up tomorrow to get moving on those reports. I guarantee you, though, they will be done in time. But there's no way I could have gone without not telling you what happened, because it's so surprising. It's such a shock to me that this just was just dumped today. Okay, on me. And here we are. You know the drill. Stay tuned. I'm going to let you know what happened. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.